Welcome to Story Ideas on the Fly, where we pick an idea out of a hat and go with it. See, today's dating a living weapon.
I wonder who put that one in there.
Sounds like you're a dream girl. All right, let's see. A living weapon. You can go with
The question
this.
is, are we going with a living weapon as in this is like a living sword or
No,
genetically altered
No,
monstrosity?
no. We're not going with an actual living weapon. No.
Okay, just want to double check. So we're going with something like dating eldritch monster or something.
A bioweapon.
I'm thinking more of, a girl that has some, dangerous ability. Okay, what ability could this girl have?
She's part dragon, so she's like a little napalm float.
We could have it so that she does have the fire. One time I saw something where there was just this girl who had the ability of fire, and so when she felt threatened, she ended up nearly melting the entire city to the ground because she burned hot enough that her steps were leaving trails of magma.
Characters kind of like that before,
Yeah,
so
so-
let's go with something a little different. How about if we get someone who has some ability that she herself is afraid of, but she can't control it?
Well,
So
You've done
she's
that one
at-
too, Mom.
yeah.
That's literally the explosion.
Well, yeah, but we could go in a very
What
different
I
way.
was-
I mean, to find something I haven't done is kind of hard
Okay,
with as much as I
But
do.
here's an interesting one. Living weapon. What makes something a weapon is usually the intent to use it as a weapon. I mean,
point.
a lot of weapons are literally gardening equipment that was repurposed to turn into
kill
weapons
people.
to kill people.
I mean, that's what a scythe is.
She could have some kind of psionic weapon.
So one thing you could
ability.
do is she could be like a magical or a scientific experiment by some kind of evil organization to make like a perfect soldier or a perfect assassin or something. I like assassin.
Oh yeah, I like
personally.
assassin.
Ooh,
Give her
yeah,
the ability
she-
to phase into shadows, and so she can just appear behind someone, kill them silently, move away without ever being seen. And her purpose in this was to kill people that they didn't like.
Yeah, so she could
If
be.
that's the case, I think that we should say that she was actually also raised specifically in this environment, so she's actually feels like she should be out doing that. And then some mission went horribly wrong, and then maybe gave her amnesia or something.
No,
And then
let's-
this guy found her and
No,
started
let's
helping her
not.
out.
I don't
Not
want
not
to go
amnesia.
too. I don't
Yeah,
want to
okay, good
go
point.
too trite here. So, and
Good
it
point.
says dating, right? Dating a living weapon. So we don't just want her to be the living weapon that's escaped from the organization and things. Let's
Still a
have
living
her.
weapon.
Yes, well, let's have her start this after she's escaped from this place and she's decided, I'm free, I'm just going to live a normal life. I don't have to use any of those things I'm genetically modified to do. So she starts dating this guy. And then her past starts coming back to haunt her because these people don't want their living weapon. They want to use her. They want to exploit her. They don't want her just out living a normal life. She can tell on them. She knows who they
And
are.
she doesn't really know how.
And
I
so-
mean, she probably knows how to blend into society. She knows how to have some cover, but she probably doesn't know how to have
Act like a normal person.
So
Yes.
then, but also,
Her only skill in a crowd is to not be seen in it.
but she's also going to be trying to stop all these people without her boyfriend realizing what she's doing. Of course, this is not going to maintain throughout the book because notice it says dating a living weapon. That means that the guy,
Is at least one of the point of view characters.
yes, he's the one dating the living weapon, so he's probably your hero.
In fact, it probably starts when he discovers that his girlfriend is also an ex-assassin who's a biological.
I don't think so. I actually think it
Or
would be
in one of the
better
earlier
to
chapters.
have him also have some kind of secret he's keeping from her.
Oh,
you
that
know,
could be
where we're
fun.
going, she's the weapon, but he's
the shield.
he's right, or he's a spy, or he's a he's something that he doesn't want to tell her about, or he's some government, scientist that is working on something. And this would be interesting because then you can get in that dichotomy of she's got something and he's got something. But instead of doing the let's draw it out forever with the two of them not ever figuring it out,
Let's have them
let's
figure
Have
it
it
out.
so that
figure it out.
she's a genetically altered assassin and he's a genetically altered spy or something.
No,
He doesn't
have
have
him
to
be a genetically
altered.
no. I like this. He worked for a different organization that also was experimenting with things, and he on a mission he nearly died, and so they used all their most cutting edge experimental, emphasis on the experimental part, tech to save him. But in the process, he is kind of he has something inside him that makes him good at healing. So she's the weapon, he's the healer.
Okay,
That could be
That
fun.
I
be
like
fun.
this. And so, they're both retired from their things, but she's got all these people after her, and he is going to help her and say, okay,
And
we can do this.
I think
We
his
can
other
take
part,
care of this.
the other part of his secret would be he would occasionally get called, and it's just like, hey, we need your help saving someone's life type thing, and he would go in, but it's just like the classic superhero. Oh yes, I have to go return this hat. That's
Yes.
your hat. I just need to go drop it off at my house. I'll be back in a little while.
So,
It'd
but
be fun.
so it could be something where you play with the two different things, but I'd like to see them get together and work it out together and really build this into something. Now you could have some very funny things happen. You could have this has potential for some very serious, for some very funny, for because her organization is going to be very dark, but a lot of the situations that they're getting into could be fun.
Can be funny.
So
Or more
and I
lighthearted.
think having him giving him the ability to heal and recover from things really well makes it so that you can have a lot more things that would normally be dark not be dark, because it's like someone gets almost killed, he can still save them and they're not crippled for life or anything.
right.
And so I think it's like,
So just because because if he heals really well,
yeah,
he could be a little almost kamikaze with things, Hey, that person just fell off the cliff. I'm on it as he jumps off,
It's
or
like,
so you have
Well, it's only a scratch.
right. So
Oh,
she
bless
has
me.
this real.
Don't worry about it. I'm fine. There is a rock stabbed into your chest. Oh, you're right. No.
Yeah, it missed the nanite machine. Wait, the what?
So
Yeah,
this could
yeah,
be
they
a lot
launched
of
an
fun.
experimental nanite generator into my stomach that automatically regenerates me.
So okay,
No,
what are we missing on this?
Replace the spleen or something. Something.
Since they have a villain.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
we've
that's
got
the
a villain. That's the
organization.
organization. What is this organization, though, trying to do besides just get her back? Because you need a
Well,
lot
clearly they're
bigger.
trying to assassinate people.
Probably.
But what are they trying to do?
It's probably something about taking key figures and 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 basically getting agents as high up in the world as possible so that they can almost like a shadow government type thing. So if you have agents who are like high up in an organization, and then the leader of that organization mysteriously dies.
Oh, and she would know the organization, right? She could expose people in the organization, but that doesn't mean that she's ever been up high enough to know who the big bad is. Who's our BBEG, And so that could be something the guy and her both have to figure out is
Together.
who is this? Who are we really going after? Who do we have to expose to get this organization down? And that could be a lot of fun because
Because here's the thing: if you have an assassin who can just kill anyone in the world for you, what's going to happen is you can just walk up to world leaders and say, "You're going to do what I want you to do, or you're going to die." And they either do as you want them to do, or they die, and maybe the next leader is a little more accommodating.
That's right. So
there you go.
Do we have the idea?
Yeah,
I mean,
I think-
obviously there
I think
needs
that's
to be
gonna
a
be fun.
lot of details worked
Hashed
out.
out.
Oh yeah.
But I think it sounds like fun. This one
Yeah.
I would enjoy writing.
Oh yeah.
I
I
would
bet you would.
really enjoy writing this one, yeah, because it's got a lot of character driven, but
Mhm.
it's also got some intrigue going on. It's got some action in there. This just
Yeah.
has a lot. Both
It's a lot of
people
fun.
are really characters that could have a good hero's journey because they both
Mhm.
have a lot. Really, a
And
lot
some
of
really cool
growth to
character
do.
arcs.
And you could throw in, I
Some
would
other
love to see,
quirky
yeah,
sidekicks.
right, you could throw in some other quirky characters, people that are going, yeah, I escaped from the same organization. Can you help me? You know who I am? Yeah, can you help me? Okay, well, I assume you've got good assassin skills. Oh, no, I was a total failure.
Yep. Nope.
And I can
was,
tap dance really well, So you
Failure.
so you can have some fun with this.
That could be
I'm all
lots
for
of fun.
writing this one.
Well,
yeah.
this also seems like a pseudo modern, but with like high tech in the shadows kind of world. So you could totally have just like, an incompetent secret agent who has some like super awesome tech, but is super bad at keeping secrets, trying to investigate this group, and he just happens to be in the same city. He could be a funny side character.
Or
Yes, you could.
has
Yep.
lots of tech, is not very competent at using it. That could be hilarious.
Oh, I think it sounds like it actually might be fun if he is competent at using it. It's just that only the stuff that's usually extremely loud and fiery. I know exactly how to use the spy car. You press this button and it makes a rocket go out.
And you always have
I'm-
to call out your weapon before you use it. yeah.
Yeah.
To say it.
And,
Yes, I do. All right.
and it would be hilarious because then even though he's not technically interacting with the two heroes, he's still in the same city and interacting with them because he's very obvious about it. And
Oh yeah, I think he'd interact with him a lot.
well, yes, but I think they wouldn't try. I think they would keep themselves secret from
They
him.
would
Yes,
try to have a little
and they
profile
would
with him.
probably though get in their way a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That could
This
be
would be a lot of
hilarious.
fun.
Yes, I like him. It's good. All right. I would love to write this.
No more ideas down in the
Yeah,
comments.
give us
Give
ideas.
more
I'd love to
prompts.
see them. Yep, more prompts, lots of comments. We'll see you next time.